I grew up in a small rural Kansas town where working the fields or at one of two factories was the norm. No one in my blue collar family went to college. School was something you just had to do. As an average or below average student, I just went through the motions. My report cards reflected my teacher's view of me as a lost cause. I was more interested hanging out with my friends, cutting up in class, and being the class clown. One time, I got an A on a story I wrote. The teacher even read it to the class. I was proud of it. When I got home, I only received a, "That's nice," my mom and stepdad. So I learned to tolerate education, to get through it. There was no love for it. When I came to prison in Missouri in 2001, I was forced to get my GED. I had graduated from high school in 1986, and my diploma had been good enough for the U.S. Army, Kansas Department of Corrections, and every job I ever had. It had even been good enough for me to get into a couple of college programs. But the Department of Corrections in Missouri said it didn't say diploma, so it didn't count. Another reason to find no love for education. I managed to earn my GED in just a few months. I asked for college or tech programs. Here I was with time on my hands, get some college under my belt, and improve myself, only to be told it wasn't available. Here was yet another reason to believe that education wasn't for me, didn't like me, and the feeling was quite mutual. After an incident at that prison, I was transferred to another facility that offered many more programs than the previous one. Education may be fickle. When she gets her eyes set on you, she doesn't give up. My first opportunity came when a teacher was looking for a GED tutor. She gave me a shot. I quickly learned that I was both good at it and I enjoyed it. I remember one time I was teaching a guy algebra. Most people break out in hives when you say the word algebra. This guy was no different. But I saw the light bulb come on. He got it. Smile did problem after problem on his own. I was so proud of him in that moment. All my life, I had been selfish and only thought about myself. But I was beginning to put others first. Education was beginning to make me love her. This was only the first for many ploys. A few years later, posters began to appear for free college courses on theology. Not a subject real high on my list to study, but I said to myself, it's college and it's free. Over 300 men applied, and I was one of 15 chosen. Now, this was not some fly-by-night school. This was St. Louis University. Again, education was seducing me. Not only did she like me, but a relationship of love was blossoming. When I first walked into class, I felt out of my element. I mean, there were guys sitting around the tables that were smarter than me. One guy, he used what we call 50-cent words in everyday conversation. Just talking to him intimidated me. Another guy did calculus for fun. And another guy could write and read biblical Greek. I quickly learned that I wasn't as dumb and as worthless as I'd been led to believe all my life. Professors showed us so much care and love. They treated us like human beings. They spent hours driving to and from the prison, hours teaching us, and then going back to their jobs on campus and grading our papers. It was like we were really college students and not inmates. When papers came back, professors' comments and grades reflected the hard work and thought I'd put into them, my confidence grew, and I realized I did fit in. Education had succeeded in getting me into a full-blown love relationship. The Certificate of Theology program was such a success, they expanded it into an associate arts degree. More professors, more eye-opening thinking, and I was totally head over heels in love with education. Not just mine, but helping others with theirs. been a GED tutor off and on, both as a prison job and as a volunteer in a small group project for one of our St. Louis University classes. I earned my associate's degree in 2015. The first thing I had ever finished. But I wasn't done yet. I craved more. I was addicted. I had to have it. But I didn't have the financial resources to pursue more. Little did I know, education wasn't done with me. In late 2018, we got tablets. Soon afterwards, posters began to appear for free college courses on the tablet. I thought this sounded a little hinky, but after some exploration and investigation, I found out, hey, it was legit. It was possible through the Second Chance Pell Grant that President Obama had put into place a few years prior to help those of us in prison get a college education. I applied and was accepted into the Bachelor of Arts program through Ashland University. I was able to use some of the credits I earned through St. Louis University, and in a couple of years, December of 2020, I earned my BA in Communication and graduated summa cum laude. While studying for my BA, my job as a teaching assistant at the St. Louis University program fueled my desire to help others find her. The thing about a relationship with education. She gives you so much that you want others to experience her as well. For most of my life, I'd listened to the voices that told me I wasn't smart enough, I wasn't good enough, and I wasn't meant to succeed in life. Education had proven otherwise. As I spoke to my other students and those I tutored, I found many of them had been fed the same lies. This motivated me to share the love story that education has given to me. I had found a way and a purpose to help others without focusing just on myself. Education has given me so much more than just mere knowledge. She's taught me about other people, cultures, religions, and backgrounds. Education fuels me with a drive to reach back and help those others find her. We can do anything we put our minds to with the right motivation and encouragement. I have found the more I give education away, the more she comes back to me. That's why I try to motivate and encourage my students every day. In 2021, I was transferred again, and once again I find myself in the role of tutor. I love my job. I take pride in seeing the men I help reach their goals. Recently, 2 longtime students were able to reach their goals and complete their high school equivalency. These 2 men earned something no one can ever take away from them. That's what love has to do with education. Getting it, allowing her to fill you up to overflowing, and then giving her away so others can experience your love. My goal upon release is to reach back and continue to help those left behind. Education is the key to change the lives of everyone, locked up or not. Thank you.